All right. Good evening and welcome to the Utopian Cafe for Tuesday, December 14th. We have a lot to get to. We just broke some news earlier today about some signings. Four 19th century players coming to terms with their franchises today. We'll start the show with those. I guess most notably, the Baltimore Orioles have signed Willie Keeler. He is best known for winning two batting titles and actually had a 44-game hitting streak back in 1897 for the Orioles. He's going to join an Orioles team that has a pretty decent outfield already. Frank Robinson, Adam Jones, Brady Anderson. But I'd imagine that Keeler is going to break the starting lineup and probably get a lot of at-bats this year for the Baltimore Orioles. The Milwaukee Brewers signing Hugh Duffy, who actually played for and managed the Brewers in 1901. And I want to thank Gully for correcting me. I actually said that Duffy owned the Major League record for a 440 batting average. Now that the Negro League stats are part of Major League history, that is no longer the case. But Duffy, for many years, was recognized as the record holder in that. And he's going to be joining a Milwaukee Brewers outfield that includes Christian Yelich, Gorman Thomas, Ryan Braun. So it's yet to be determined how many at-bats he'll get. Gorman Thomas led the team in home runs last year. Christian Yelich led the team in home runs a couple of years ago. So we're going to keep an eye on that. But Duffy, I think, adds some depth to this Milwaukee Brewer roster. And then the other two signings were pitchers. Jack Chesbro coming to terms with the Yankees. He won 41 games in 1904. That is still an American League record. And the San Francisco Giants today signing Joe McGinnity, known as Iron Man. He won 246 games and led the National League in wins 5 times. So he joins a rotation that includes Christy Mathewson, Madison Bumgarner, Matt Cain, Juan Marichal, Carl Hubble. So the Giants, they're going to be able to pitch a lot in 2022. Some other signings today. The Boston Red Sox actually signing Herb Pennock. He actually is a Hall of Fame starting pitcher. Again, we don't know at this time if he's going to crack the rotation to start the season, but you've got a lot of great pitchers to try to earn those spots. We've got Smokey Joe Wood, Pedro Martinez, Louis Tiant, Roger Clemens. But Herb Pennock, again, gives Boston a little bit of depth there. The Philadelphia Phillies coming to terms with Phillies Hall of Famer Ed Delahanty to join that Philadelphia outfield. I'd imagine that he's going to get some at-bats with Richie Ashburn, Bobby Abreu, Chuck Klein, Von Hayes, Shane Victorino. Ed Delahanty going to make his debut in 2022 for the Phillies. In North Division news today, Norm Cash actually spent some time on the roster in 2020. He's going to return as a member of the Detroit Tigers. Can't see him getting a ton of at-bats behind Hank Greenberg and Cecil Fielder, but no DH is going to see a lot of pinch hit opportunities, maybe get one start a week, 2, 3, 4 starts a month. But Norm Cash, again, gives the Tigers a little bit of depth on their bench. The Chicago Cubs were busy today signing Mordecai Brown, 3-Finger Brown. And I'm pretty sure he is going to make the rotation to start the season. Hall of Famer for the Chicago Cubs. Also, Bob Dernier has come to terms with the Cubs. He'll be joining the Utopian Cubs in 2022. In West news today, we mentioned earlier that Joe McGinnity signed with the Giants. The A's have come to terms with Dave Henderson. He's going to rejoin the A's as a member of that outfield that includes Ricky Henderson, Jose Canseco, and, of course, Reggie Jackson. The Los Angeles Dodgers today signing Zach Wheat to join an outfield that includes Mookie Betts, Duke Snider, and Cody Bellinger for the Dodgers. And in South news today, Not a lot going on, but the Houston Astros have signed Burleigh Grimes, actually a Wisconsin native. Burleigh Grimes is going to start the season in the rotation for the Houston Astros and get a chance to compete in the South Division. And the St. Louis Cardinals, this actually is just coming in off the wire right now. The St. Louis Cardinals have signed Pud Galvin. This is another 19th century player. We broke the news earlier about the 4 players that we mentioned at the top of the show. Pud Galvin to the St. Louis Cardinals. Again, he's a Hall of Fame pitcher. Will he make the rotation to start the season? Tough to say. You got Bob Gibson, Dizzy Dean, Adam Wainwright. John Tudor's a favorite of mine. So we'll see how that looks. Now, again, we're going to have news breaking throughout the offseason. We had a lot of signings today. Some of the other names that you're going to be hearing in the next couple days, talking to some teams, Fred Clark, Cupid Childs, second baseman, George Davis, Chief Bender, John Clarkson. All of these names, it looks like, are looking to sign within the next couple of days in the Utopian baseball universe. Again, this year's theme for the biggest influx of new roster invitees is going to be 19th century players. We're also going to bring in a good number of current players into the rosters. Actually, this just came in now. Jesse Winker will be making his debut in 2022 for the Cincinnati Reds. So, a lot of news today. Join us tomorrow at the same time, 5:30. Tonight, our main event tonight, of course, is Having a Catch with Joey Buckholz. My guest tonight at 9 Central is batting stance guy, Gar Ryness. Very much looking forward to this show. We talked at length last week, and he really put me at ease. It's going to be a really fun show. He is taking requests tonight. So if you want to have him do some stances, we probably can't get to all of them. But I'm sure there's some favorites he'll want to do. I'll have a couple that I might ask him to do. And if you want to throw in your comments, if you want to see him do any, that's tonight again at 9 Central. Very much looking forward to that. And if she's watching right now, I want to thank Jenny Russack for recording a future episode that's going to air on January 18th. We had a lot of fun tonight. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And Jenny, I have sent you the recordings so you can take a look at those. Let me know what you think. Very much looking forward to that. Next week's guest, Ethan Bryan. So a lot of things going on here in the Utopian baseball universe. Last thing I want to talk about to end the show is took a look at the poll that I posted about a week to 10 days ago. I asked if you guys were interested in seeing fictional characters have a presence in the Utopian baseball universe. Now, I'm not talking about having these characters supplant, the Major League Baseball players for the majority of at-bats and innings pitched. I'm talking about like one-offs. So what I actually had in mind was Labor Day weekend, or Labor Day, I should say. Each team has double headers that day. So we're going to have 32 games within the Utopian baseball universe. And the last time I checked, the vote was 64% in favor of doing this. So I am here to announce that we are going to incorporate that on Labor Day. And again, we're not going to make a mockery of this. We're just it's a quick homage. So some of the players I have in mind, Ricky Vaughn for the Guardians, he'll have a presence on Labor Day. And some of these players might get some at bats or some appearances to finish the season. But I can assure you right now that, who else? Roy Hobbs, Crash Davis. These guys aren't going to be major factors in the storytelling here. It's, we're going to give them A Moment in the Sun, Crash Davis, Stud Cantrell, Stan Ross. Who knows? Not every team will be represented. We'll probably have maybe 6 to 10. And if I'm leaving anyone else out, and no, we're not going to have Carmen Ranazdi from Bad News Bears Breaking Training. We're not going to have, I don't know. I've never seen Sandlot. We're not going to have players in the Sandlot. But, 6 to 10, maybe. We'll have fun with it. And, it might just be a one-off thing. But I've actually made some baseball cards for them already. So I'm looking forward to figuring out a creative way to celebrate some of those characters within the universe. So that's all I have for you tonight. But again, join us at 9 o'clock Central tonight, Having a Catch, episode 2 with Batting Stance Guy. So we'll see you later.